So I click on Kidspiration. It's going to open up, and we're going to wait for it to load. And we're going to click on this picture. And so as you can see in the middle here, we have just one bubble that has the main idea. And we're just going to add one bubble to start. So the main idea for this is the Bay Area Natives project that we're working on. So I click outside to finish it. And I'm going to start with the first thing, which I'm going to choose plants to start. And in this case, you would put the name of your plant, so horsetail or oak or whatever it is, and you'll put it in there and click outside of here. And then we're going to make 2 more bubbles for the facts, the 2 facts that we're going to need. So I'm going to just for now call this fact number 1. And this was going to be fact number 2. So the next thing that I want to do with this first flow of information is I want to connect everything. So the information is flowing in the way that it starts here in the main thought and it goes to plants and then it goes up to the facts. So we want to make sure our arrow is going that way. So I'm going to click on this Bay Area Natives. I'm going to click on the arrow and click on plants until it has this green glow around it and let go. And now I've got a nice arrow. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on plants, the arrow, and then the fact. And then again, plants, the arrow button, and the fact. So I want to show you before we go further what this looks like in the Go to Writing section. So now you've got the main idea, some plants, and some facts. So the next thing you'll probably want to do, since you're going to be writing this in and printing this out, is you want to just hit the return button and add a few lines so you can actually fit your writing into this. So I'm doing about 4 or 5 lines. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here to the graphic organizer by clicking on that button. Ooh, she talks a lot. So now there's 2 ways that I could go. I could either do this whole process all over again, or I can show you the shortcut to do the rest of your things, the fish, the bird, and then the general information about the Bay Area. So I'm going to use my arrow, and like this, I'm going to select all my stuff that I want to copy. So you see those little blue dots or red dots are there. Now I'm going to do Splat C. It's really important. I'm going to click outside, and I'm going to do Splat V. So now I've got a copy of what I was just doing. So I click outside of it, so I don't still have it all selected. And now I can actually take this, and I can rename this one to fish. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing again since I just copied this and it's sitting and waiting to be pasted again. I'm going to go Splat V, and there it is again. And then I'm just going to kind of move things around so that it looks nice and neat. This is my fish. Oops, actually in this case it's going to be fish, plant, oh, my bird. And finally, the last thing is going to be this. So I'm going to call this Bay Area Info. So finally, I'm going to connect all this stuff together by clicking from here to here, again from here to here, and again from here to here. And there you have it. The next thing that you can do is you can start changing the colors. So I'm going to click on here, and you'll see here I can start changing the outline to be one color, and the inside to be another color. Change the text to be a nice maybe blue. And I can start doing that for all my different bubbles. So in this case, for example, maybe I want to choose a different font. See if it lets me. Okay, so finally, the last thing that we want to do after we're done editing is we're going to want to save our work. So we're going to go to File, We're going to go to File, Save. And remember, we want to click here to expand. We're going to go to the desktop to find the shortcut. Did LS Classes save here? We're going to find, in this case, 3 Kennedy. And we're going to look for your name, our California folder. And we're going to call this Bay Area Natives. So the final thing that I forgot to tell you, though, now that you've saved it, is you want to put your name on it. So you click on these happy little kids where it says student name, and you're just going to put your name right in the center. Okay, so now I'm going to do Splat S to save it again. If it asks me to replace, I say yes. And the last step is I want to make sure that I've got enough lines to write in here because I'm going to be printing this. So I'm going to click the File, Print button and click Print. I'm going to go over here back to this drawing. I'm going to go to File, Print. Now remember, boys and girls, nobody's going to print until they check in with an adult, but that pretty much sums up the lesson for today. Please raise your hand if you have any questions. Thank you. Ms. Kajupa signing off.